everybody, this is Richard Thomas, and I'm coming to you live from the Lionheart Institute podcast, and this is our Coaching the Champion series. What we do is we take some of the greatest influences from coaching, we take their life principles, and we help you to apply them so that you can become a success in life. You were born to be a champion, but the decision has to be clear and it has to be made by you. What level do you want to aspire to in life? Listen, success is simple. It's simply boring. And what I mean by that is it's duplicating the right steps to become successful in your life, or helping, more importantly, those around you, your children, your coworkers, those that are under your authority, apply those principles so that they can become a tremendous success in the world that we live in. Now, of course, everybody's curious, who is the coach of the week? Well, this week's coach is Bill Bowerman, one of the greatest coaches in the history of Oregon track and field. As a matter of fact, one of the most influential figures in coaching track and field in world history. Bill Bowerman was all about finding out what's inside you. Three of my favorite quotes from him and the principles that we're really going to use to launch our education about Bill Bowerman's success principles are this. There's no such thing as bad weather, just soft people. I think it was originally a Norwegian saying that there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad coats. But I like how Bill adopted it and flipped it up so that we could take a look at what's on the inside of a man or a woman's heart. See, there's no difficulty, there's no challenge that you can't overcome if you're built strong on the inside. A lot of times he was ridiculed for coaching at Oregon. They talked about the weather, they talked about the location. They asked him why he wouldn't go to a place like USC where it's all sunshine, or Arizona where it's hot outside, or Florida, typical places where you would find great runners. But see, to Bill, Oregon was the perfect place to run. The cold weather, the damp earth, the cushion under your feet. Having to make that decision early in the morning to wake up and beat the rain, to run through the rain, to find yourself in wind and in conditions that other people would give up in. That was the perfect condition for a man or a woman to discover what was on the inside. Because when it comes time to put your hand down on the ground and sprint against your fellow man or your fellow woman, it's not about the conditions externally, it's about the willpower on the inside. See, to become a champion, it's not about how lucky you are or how fortunate you are or what you were born with as a silver spoon in your mouth. As a matter of fact, sometimes adversity is the greatest gift in developing the champion mindset that you're going to need to do great things with your life. Sometimes you have to learn how to count those things that are against you as a blessing. Those difficulties, those challenges, those things that test your will and your fire. Those are gifts from heaven that will strengthen you on the inside, because when the day of testing comes, on that moment where you find yourself in a challenge, champions have already decided, no matter what they have to go through, that they are determined to the cause and the purpose of their success. Point number one is this: there's no such thing as bad weather, only soft people. I'm not talking about being soft in the sense of being sensitive or being soft in the sense of being beautiful or attractive. I'm talking about that softness that makes you give up in the time of testing. That moment when that champion inside of you is required to be revealed so that you can reveal who you truly are. Quote number two, or point number two, is this, and I love him for this: everything you need is already inside you. What's inside you? You want to be a champion? That's what you're going to have to find out. Because listen to me, everything you need is already inside you. See, with becoming great, everything you need is already inside you, baby. It's seed time and harvest. The seed of your greatness is deep down inside of you. And if you want to find out what you're really made of, what's really inside of you, you need to cultivate the gifts and the abilities that are inside of you through faith, hard work, and determination. You can never give up on you, because even though the world may turn its back on you, even though your mother and your father may forsake you, even though other people may not believe in your dream or support your dream, you have to have a dog inside of you that fights for the bone. Everything you need is already inside you, baby. But you gotta water it. You gotta mature it. You gotta develop it. You gotta be committed to the greatness that God has already given you, that the universe has already put inside you. You are already a miracle, a 1,000,000,000,000 opportunity to shine. That's what you are. And every dream and every gift that you want to fulfill, everything that's inside your heart to become, it's already inside of you to do it. The challenge is this: most people will never believe deep enough, fight hard enough, or strive long enough to discover what's inside them. They walk away long before they discover how great they truly are. Baby, if you want to be a champion, if you want to have success principles thrive in your life that help you to achieve at a level that most people will never achieve at, you have to be committed to discovering what's inside you. And what that means is a dedication and a commitment to pushing your personal boundaries, pushing your personal comfort zones, getting up and running in bad weather, baby. And I'm not just talking about the runner in you. I'm talking about the mathematician in you. I'm talking about the scientist in you. I'm talking about the leader and the CEO in you. You've got to, on a daily basis, push your limits of potential. And there's nothing wrong with failure. Failure is a gift as long as you're falling forward, baby. Because if you can fall down 7 times and get up 8, you are a champion on a new beginning course. My. I live for this. I love this, and I hope so do you. Because there's so much greatness inside of you yet to be developed, yet to be realized. I don't care if you're in your teens, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, or if you're in your twilight years. You have potential inside you to be a champion. Just apply these principles. Point number 3 is this, and you have to embrace this and understand this. There's been a long-standing saying, and it's been this: when the pupil is ready, the teacher will reveal himself. I love it the way that Bill Bowerman says it. He says that athlete makes himself. The coach doesn't make the athlete. In other words, this: they can teach you technique, they can teach you form, they can teach you etiquette. A leader can teach you to be ready for certain situations and certain moments because he can foresee or she can foresee that down the road you'll need certain skills. You'll need certain abilities. But the teacher can only help you discover it if you dig for what's inside you. He was once asked, what do you do when a man comes and says to you, I've run 100 miles this week, I'm ready to run? Bill said, scoff it off, pay no attention to it. The 100 miles doesn't make the runner. What's inside you makes you the runner. He had a very unique strategy of training. 1 day on, 1 day light. 1 day hard, 1 day light. He said that there were some extraordinary athletes that they would go 2 days hard and 1 day light. Some of the rarest would go 4 and 1. But you have to continue to develop your ability to push your boundaries, rest and recover. There's nothing wrong in that stage of rest and recovery either. You have to fulfill the necessity of the human soul to breathe and to love life. Listen, success in your life isn't going to come just from you pushing and pushing and pushing. It's going to come from you pushing as hard as you can, taking a step back and receiving the blessings of that. Because just like seed time and harvest time, once you've worked to plant the trees, you need to enjoy the fruit of it. The truth of the matter is this: at the end of the race, if you've known that you've done everything within yourself that you could do to be your best, then you're a winner. One of his greatest pupils, who was my voicemail for years and years and years, said this: to do anything less than your best is to waste the gift. Baby, don't waste the gift that's inside you. Don't waste the ability that's inside you. Don't waste the talent that's inside you. You've worked too hard. You've come too far. Give yourself to the principles of success so that you can rise to your greatest level. And once you've reached that level, compete not against the person on the right, or against the person on your left, but compete against yourself, because that's when you'll become a true champion. Everybody, this is Richard Thomas, and I want to thank you for being a part of this episode of Coaching the Champion, the Lionheart Institute podcast. It's all about you taking the success principles that these coaches have taught and applying to your life so that you can embrace the secrets of achieving your full potential. For now, I say, na, 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 hey, 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 goodbye. Na, 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 hey, hey, hey. I hate Oregon. Go Dogs.